Oh, look at EOS, guys. I sent a signal out yesterday in EOS. Yes, we will try to make sure that every moderator records their session too. Okay, so we see here in the cryptocurrency space, we're starting to get some buying pressure again, guys. You don't want to be left behind. I've been talking about this forever. Even when we are at 250 billion market cap, I said this is the time to start buying more. Okay, I'm just going to start it right now. This is the time to buy more. I've been talking about it for a while, guys. You got to be adding to positions as they go down if you believe in the space. So we see the market cap here getting to 418 billion, and I don't want to 100% say, but I'm pretty sure this is around the highest we've seen in the last 7 days. I'll look at it here in a second. Total number of cryptos are hanging out at 1591 level, and then we see that volume of about 25 billion. So volume here of about 25 billion, and then Bitcoin dominance is down a little bit today, so about 37% here. So let's go into it and look at the market cap. 418 billion. Is this the highest we've seen in 7 days? So 7 days. And the answer is I don't think so. So we got up to 433. So not exactly the highest it's been. It got up to 433, we dipped down to 375, and now we're at 411. But a nice little rally on the 1 day. So as we see here, the cryptocurrency space, if we looked at levels, if you said there's support and resistance levels, 433 to the upside. I think the big key mark is going to be Bitcoin 10,000. I think once it gets above 10,000, it will start ripping to the upside. But we have not been able to get over 10,000 for a while, and we will look at a chart of Bitcoin and see the last time it was above 10,000. So we see here, maybe stuck in a range we threw to that 370 billion and 433. So a little bit of an uptick. If we look at the 1 day, we did see some selling pressure, and then we see some buying pressure back. So the 1 day, looks pretty good, right? Got down to about 380 billion. I said, I wouldn't be looking to add at 380 billion, but I would be looking to add if the market went down considerably. I thought there was one more shoe to fall, and I think the market still had to go down lower first, but obviously it didn't. The market didn't need to go lower first. It started moving higher, and that's good because I'm long cryptos. As we see the volume here with 25 billion, that is pretty much in line with recent volume. So longer term, it is not in line. Obviously, this is very, very high traditionally, but 25 billion here on the volume is really, really good. Strong. Bitcoin dominance continues to shrink a little bit. We saw it get down to about 33%. So it's moving down a little bit here. So nothing crazy here. When I go look at the coin, Jesus, it sounds like I'm in Times Square or something. When I go in here and we'll update the portfolio spreadsheet here, what do I see, guys? And this is a signal I gave you guys yesterday. I talked about EOS. I said EOS and Tron were outperforming the market, so keep an eye on these. EOS up 15%, and this is the signal, guys. If you do not get the trade alerts, you will probably want to get the trade alerts, because here is now the 5th straight winner from AK using the triple confirmation system. And we'll look at the triple confirmation system again today. Another winner here. So this is the trade I sent out yesterday. I did it live in front of you guys in the trading room. Buy EOS 1420, stop loss 1320, target 1520. And that was a triple confirmation setup that we went over together, guys. So an unbelievable trade. I will send out the trade right now. EOS trades 1670, huge winner. I think it's your 5th straight winning trade. On triple confirmation. Okay, so another trade, another winner here, guys, in the triple confirmation system. So I sent that signal yesterday. We looked at it together. So a nice trade there. So EOS outperforming up about 15%. NEO up. I'm going to go through my portfolio here. I want to look at the gainers. Octane coin. I've actually heard of Safe Exchange. No, I haven't actually. I thought it was Safe Mate coin. Super Bitcoin. Rentberry, no. Bitcoin Diamond. So there's actually nothing I have heard of on the gainers today, which isn't really a bad thing or a good thing here. Sugar Exchange, losers today. Z Classic, we saw Z Classic moving up yesterday. Maybe I'll look at the chart of Z Classic. Nimiq, that's Nimiq. I'm long Nimiq, so that one's down today. So I've heard of two of the losers. I haven't heard of any of the winners. So in true fashion, let's go through the portfolio here and see how AK is doing on the portfolio. Everybody should be getting this portfolio. If you guys are not getting the portfolio, just email Raphael at alphashark.com. It is all my personal cryptos here. Yeah, honk. Okay, so portfolio. So I'm gonna put this over here. Was I up or down coming into today? I forgot. I think I was down a couple thousand. Okay, so here is my portfolio. And I'm probably gonna stop showing this. Okay, so I'm down about 3,800 coming into today. So I'm down. Vertcoin 266. Myota 202. Golem. Maybe this will be the last day I show my portfolio. 60. ZRX 114. Neo. I don't know anybody that shows their portfolio. 75, 87. Nimiq was down. 130. Hush. 149. Nano. 726. Black Cat. 82. EMC2 the same. Gore is the same. A-share is a big position of mine, so that one's been doing great. A-share 1107. Wow. So A-share on fire. Really helping with my portfolio. Binance 1450. AGI, I think it's up to 20. That's a big position of mine too. Call it 20 cents. Oops. Bitcoin up to 9,300. And Pivx is the last one. Oh, this is up to 82. $539. You know, yep, made about 6,000 overnight. So nice day in the cryptocurrency space for me. This will be the last time I'm going to show my portfolio too. Okay. Cool. So let's go into Bitcoin, and I want to first look at it on Thinkorswim, and I want to see when was the last time Bitcoin hit 10,000. Okay. I think 10,000 is a huge psychological level. Okay. I think it's a huge psychological level, and I think that it will, once it hits above 10,000 again, that's when we're probably going to see movement to the upside. So I look at it, you can look at it on Thinkorswim, you can look at it in TradingView. It makes no sense for me to show my portfolio, because when people know how much money you have in cryptos, then they try to attack you, and I don't want to be attacked. Okay, I'll ask Mr. S about that. Thank you. Okay, so XBT. So here is Bitcoin on the daily chart, and I think when we get above 10,000 is when we're going to start getting pressure. So we got up to 97.90 here on the 14th. 94.30, 99.60, 10,140 on March 8th. Okay, so March 8th is the last time that Bitcoin went above 10,000. Okay, I think, and this happens a lot of times in the S&P 500 futures, I think that 10,000 is going to be a very, very key psychological level. And this is Bitcoin on the daily chart. Okay. So we've now been under 10,000 for about 6 weeks. Okay, so about 6 weeks we've been under 10,000. We've been under it for about 6 weeks. So I think what's going to happen is I think we're going to break that 10,000, and that will be the highest level we get. Okay? That's what I think happens. I think that we get through 10,000, what is support becomes resistance, and resistance becomes support, and then I think we will rally higher. Okay? So this is what I think will happen. Doesn't mean it will happen, but I think once we get above that 10,000 psychological level, that will act then as support. Okay, that will act as support. Okay, cool. So let's go in here and just get rid of this. So 10,000 I think will be the big psychological level. I think once we get above 10,000, then we'll always hold that 10,000 as support to the downside. Okay, let's go into TradingView and look at some charts. I gave you that signal yesterday in EOS. Okay, so let's look at EOS, and let's look at the signal I gave you guys yesterday. Okay, interactive chart. So we see here EOS, and this is the triple confirmation system I gave you yesterday. Okay, so we're looking for EOS, and this is the 30-minute bar, so 30. Each one of these dots represents a time frame. So 30, 60, 120, and 240. So these are your time frames here. Okay, when they all line up, you're looking for a break of the cloud to the upside. So we see a break of the cloud to the upside, and it came in right. And let's look at the exact time, because I always get confused on what time we're at. So it's like 10 o'clock yesterday. 10 o'clock yesterday. So right here, guys. So this is what I talked about yesterday. And it wasn't like a complete setup to the long side. It was like right here. And I looked at it and I said, hey, this looks pretty good here, because it did set up a triple confirmation long here. It set up a triple confirmation long here. It set up a triple confirmation long here, okay? So these all set up triple confirmation longs. So I think it's a good setup. And I sent you guys a signal if you have the Trade Alert service. And the signal is pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. It was to buy EOS at 1420, okay? You don't want to leave your stop under the cloud. And the reason you don't want to leave your stop under the cloud is due to the fact that basically, you know, if you left your stop under the cloud, say you took it right here and you leave your stop under the cloud, that's only like a 20-cent stop loss or like 15-cent stop loss. So why would I want to put my stop under there? I want to give it a little bit of room to breathe, especially in cryptos, because you can get stopped out for 20 cents really easy. So the stop loss I talked about was 13.20. Okay, stop loss of 13.20. I'm doing these as a one-to-one reward to risk setup. You guys can set up different target goals that you have, but I think is best is one-to-one. So this was the setup yesterday in EOS to buy EOS at 14.20. Stop loss of 13.20, and then your profit target is going to be 15.20. So this is what I flagged for you guys. It was a great profitable trade. This is AK's 5th straight winning trade using the triple confirmation system. Okay, so let's just go through some charts here. Most likely, we're not going to get any setups here due to the fact that the crypto space has just moved up so much. So when I go in here, I think a lot of the cryptos are going to be in this pattern where they're massively above the cloud. Okay, they're massively above the cloud. Yes, they are on their triple confirmation long, comma, but I don't think there's opportunities to get long them until they break the cloud to the upside. So Ethereum, and I'm just pretty sure that I'm going to be right about this. So Ethereum, see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. We are in this triple confirmation long, so this system is pretty easy and straightforward, but it might not give you a signal for a while. So there is a dot on top. That means the 30-minute bar is bullish, the 60-minute bar is bullish, the 120 and the 240 are all bullish. If all the time frames are bullish, we're looking for a break of the cloud. So here in Ethereum, we did not get that break of the cloud. And I feel like, because the market has moved up so much, we probably did not get a lot of these. But we can go through the charts and kind of see what we see here. So Ethereum, no setup. Ripple, probably going to be the same way. Okay. I mean, Ripple is okay here to the long side, as we see. We see it bullish on the 30, bullish on the 60. The 120 just went from bearish to bullish, so that's actually a little bit more positive. So we see here the 120 went from bearish to bullish, and then the 240 is neutral. So 240 is stuck in the cloud here. So Ripple, there's no setup here. Okay, if I really wanted to get long Ripple, I'd have a stop at 75 cents. But technically, you shouldn't be worrying about what things do. You should be worrying about the chart. It is a setup. So here's a trade here in Bitcoin Cash, guys. We got a signal here in Bitcoin Cash at 1380. So we see a dot on top. Okay, I've sent out so many trades this week. I'm not going to send out any more trades. But this is a perfect example of a setup, guys. Okay, so this would be in Bitcoin Cash. Obviously, you're going to have to be bullish the crypto space. But the Bitcoin Cash trade is to buy Bitcoin Cash at 1388. Where do you use, then we talk about stop losses. Do I want to put a stop loss under the cloud? Okay, or do I want to put my stop loss under these lows? I would probably say under those lows. Okay, so your stop loss might be $200. So a stop loss at 1188. Okay. And then if you're at 1188 stop loss, that means your profit target is going to be $200 higher, which would be 1588. So I think this sets up okay here in Bitcoin Cash. Technically, it is a triple confirmation long. The thing that you guys got to kind of say to yourself, where do I want to leave my stop loss? Okay, where do I personally want to use my stop loss? Do I want to leave my stop loss under the cloud? Or do I want to leave my stop loss, under recent lows? And this is something you guys got to kind of determine for yourself where you guys want to put your stop loss. So if you have a stop loss, if you're using a 13, maybe 28 stop loss, you're only risking 60 to make 60, right? So you could get stopped really quickly, but there's a good chance that trade works. So that is Bitcoin Cash. Okay. So you got to kind of figure out in your trading what you think is best for you. Where do you want to leave those stop losses? Once you figure out the stop losses, then you can figure out your proprietary based profit target. Okay, let's look at the next one. About 2 minutes left here. Let's go to Litecoin. Litecoin, nothing. So even though all the cryptos kind of move together, we see Bitcoin Cash, it's a better signal than Litecoin. There's Litecoin 30s in the cloud, the 60s in the cloud, and the 240s in the cloud. So Litecoin is a worse setup. It is worse technically than a Bitcoin Cash. I do want to look at IOTA. We have about 2 minutes here. IOTA. IOTA is on its triple confirmation long, but it hasn't. Okay. It is it is on its triple confirmation long, but it's not breaking the cloud. So it is on its triple confirmation long, but it's not breaking the cloud. So is IOTA a signal? And I would say no. Okay. IOTA is not a signal. If it gets into the cloud and then breaks the cloud, then it will be a signal. So it would have to get into the cloud and then break the cloud for IOTA to be a signal. But technically right now, it is not a signal. Okay? Technically right now, it is not a signal in IOTA. Okay, next one. Tron. I don't like to look at Tron. Let's look at NEO. I sent a signal out in NEO this week that worked out really well. So this week or last week? I think it was this week. Okay, NEO, not a triple confirmation long. So as you continue, once you have this system, figuring out what you would want to do, as we see here in NEO, it's weaker than, the best, in my opinion, which is not always completely right, but the best, in my opinion, is that signal in Bitcoin Cash. So we see here NEO on the 30-minute bar, and you see the 30-minute bar is bullish, okay? But and maybe it is breaking the cloud technically right here, but we don't have that triple confirmation system. I want to use multiple time frame analysis in my trading. And we see here, it is not confirming that multiple time frame analysis. Okay? So this is how I look at everything, guys. Everybody have a great day. The changes come up on Monday. But remember, guys, we're going to get a trade from a trader every single week, which is really, really exciting. And I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy one trade per trader per week. And we're doing that as a bonus for you guys. Everybody have a great, great day. And I'm going to pass you guys over to Mark. Thanks. As my computer froze.